wanted to tell you guys. I told you guys those people that were suing. How long have I been telling you guys that that I needed to get my royalties? How long has it been? Since like April of 20 December 2023? December 2023. I have been trying to get my royalties. I started even before that, I believe, with a lawsuit. Before that, Universal Music Group, they ended up giving me my information through that lawsuit, even though it was dismissed. I was like, okay, this is what I was looking for. So I decided to go through all the procedures to get my check of what was in my account. I turned around, wait about 3 months, nothing. So I contact them again. I start emailing them. Somebody called me back like December 2023. They called me. So I must have been started in December 22 because they called me in December 2023 and told me they was going to bring my money here, make sure that I get my royalties together in January 2024. I had not got nothing. So I ended up suing them. I'm like, well, you know what? I sued Universal. They gave me the portal. I turned around and sued the other people. But while I'm doing all of this searching and sending them pleading letters, oh, could you please, I worked for your company. I had you as the person that was over this song and this many songs, and I haven't received a payment in my Universal Music Group account or anything like that. So I told them that in a letter. I sent letters to New York through the mail, registered mail, like $14 a letter. They didn't return. That was through Sean Combs. They did not return my letter. It was about 2 to 3 weeks later, almost the following month, I got it back in the mail. Now I know it was untouched. They said, "Oh, you know what? You have the wrong address. This was marked as undeliverable." I was like, "Undeliverable? It took 3 weeks to get it." So I'm assuming that the post office took them took the letter and they knew the name of the company that it was supposed to go to, and they refused it too. So that was it in February this year? I believe it was like February. No, it wasn't February this year. It was January this year. I decided to go on after I got my file, and nothing had changed in January. It was about February this year. So I ended up sending that out. I got it back and I was like, undeliverable. I'm like, how they don't know where, this company is. So I said, okay, fine. I decided to let it go. I just kept the letter. Turn around and just continue with my lawsuit. I'll worry about where I gotta mail it to later. I turn around and file the paperwork because I sent them a pleading letter and they claimed they didn't get it. I turned around and sent another pleading letter to Universal Music Group. All the while, I'm typing up my own lawsuits. I'm talking about 4 different lawsuits, and I'm typing it up myself. And because why even have to worry about a lawyer at that time? Because at that time, I didn't know if I thought that maybe that was all I needed to do is just file and then they'll fix my file or whatever. So I'm not going to mess with a lawyer to have to go after 4 different entities just to get my money that they owe me, that they claim they were supposed to be giving me and stuff, and auditing my account. I was like, okay, let me go on. Let me go on and do that. I filed the lawsuits and had sent them a pleading letter, sent it to a Universal Music Group in Santa Monica this time. This time, I got the letter back. Got the letter back stating, okay, they did get it. I was like, oh, good. That's what I'll do then. I'll make sure I send the lawsuits to there. I ended up sending the lawsuits, filing the lawsuits with the Universal Music Group address. Turn around and the judge approved it. The judge put all three entities together: Sean Combs, Sean Carter, and Robin Fenty. All their lawsuits together. I didn't put it together. The judge did. I filed four different ones. Because I didn't know where or anywhere if they had their own company or whatever. I don't know. I was going directly to them because that's how they came to me when they got my music, directly to me. So I turned around and I'm sitting there. I decide that, okay, I'm gonna file with them. I ended up filing and serving the paperwork and stuff. Nobody never returned the paper saying that they acknowledged the service, that they got service and stuff like that. The court acknowledged that I sent them the service the correct way and everything, but nobody never sent me back any information. But what I wanted to tell you guys is that all this work I was doing by myself, they knew what I was doing because they had already known way back in 2004 that I was gonna try to get royalties for my song. Sean Combs knew it. So I don't know why he did not tell he act like he didn't know me, you know. Then they turn around and put Cassie like she me, you know. You may be going to these little functions and all that stuff, but you're not me, honey. Because first of all, you can't be me because I'm a songwriter and a recorder. I did all of my work myself and the music. So there's no way that you could have been me by standing up next to somebody. I look just as good standing next to somebody. I don't need that. All I needed was my money to be there. And so next thing I know, she files a lawsuit out of nowhere. Now wait a minute, mind you, I'm waiting on the pleading letter to come back the second time because I'd have sent it the first time and I got it right here, undeliverable. Then I sent one to what's the other one I sent to? Parkwood Entertainment. Both of them is undeliverable. They won't take my mail. Yeah. Where is it? It gotta be in here because I ain't seen it in a while. Both of them. They act like they, you know, like, oh, they out of the country and you know, they don't know what I'm talking about and stuff like that. They were acting like that. I'm trying to figure out what I did with it. I don't know. But I got pictures of it. I put it somewhere in a box. But what I wanted to tell you guys is that they actually don't want to pay. They had no intentions of paying when I first gave them the music. Matter of fact, we were out in Compton and I wasn't even recording no songs to that I had not already recorded. I recorded Unpretty, and Geffen Records already had that. So I recorded that one. I recorded the Nicki Minaj Warning, and Eazy-E had that. And wrote it and recorded it. Then I turned around and had Biggie, what's the name? Sean Combs had Biggie to record Warning out there. Then we recorded Get Money. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work for one woman to not get paid at all. So I waited. I sent them the letters to Universal Music Group. They never contacted me back. Then turned around. I look up the song Umbrella is on Sony Music. And I'm like, Sony? How I get to Sony? How my songs get to Sony? My songs went directly to Universal. Who else? Sean Carter goes in there, takes the songs, and does what he wants with them in order for him to get paid. For music I wrote, none of them wrote nothing. Ain't none of them wrote nothing with me. You know, they did a rap song, Missing You, with featuring Faith Evans. I wrote that and recorded it. So, you know, she records live, and they not giving her no public. They giving her publishing. They giving her 1% of the song. And me, the recorder, I'm getting nothing. So of course I sued them. They never returned my information. They just want to live off of anybody. They acting like they really making a lot of money, but they're really not. And that woman, Cassie, she's an old woman. She's an old woman. She's all in the middle with that. That's somebody, one of their relatives. I ain't gonna talk about whose it is, but that's one of their relatives. She an old woman that wants to pretend like she my mother or me or something. She wants it bad. She's like 5'5", something like that, and she thinks she cute. They all do. And that plastic surgery or whatever that stuff they be shooting in their face, that's what she got. You know, that's what she doing. She using that kind of stuff to make her look younger and all that stuff. Please. And so they all into that stuff together. They didn't want to give me my royalties. They didn't want to do nothing for me. You know, like you're nobody. I don't understand what I do. What I do wrong. All I did was sat by myself in my house, recorded my songs, and then they got one dude that walk around, that big old black dude. He gonna tell them in Compton. He told them in Compton. He goes, "Don't pay me." He told them, "Don't pay her." And I'm like, who is he talking about? First of all, I'm thinking like he don't even know me like that. So who is he talking about? He telling Diddy to don't pay me. Yeah, don't pay her. First of all, he ain't got no money no way. He in Compton like me. So how he got some money? And so I sat up there and was like, you ain't gotta worry about paying me, because every song that I wrote and I recorded on, I sent them songs. I made sure somebody had them, and they was going right to Universal Music Group. Whatever group they was going to Universal Music Group. They wasn't gonna stick around in Bad Boys, and Bad Boys is in Universal Music Group, or was, and they ain't sticking around in Death Row. You know, because I know that woman there was she was kind of off something too. It wasn't Suge, it was the woman that was there. So I really wasn't going to have my song. And Easy E, he was cool. You know, he still got the song Warning by Nicki Minaj. But dude is on the recording of it. Yeah. So they actually was trying to get rid of us. He actually told somebody that, do not give me no money. And he been following Diddy around since, from what I understand, he been following Diddy around like a doggone puppy dog since then. Why is you following people around like a puppy dog, and you 6'4", 5 or whatever, and you following this man around like a puppy dog and make sure he don't pay me? I don't need nobody to pay me. I got a legal secretary license, baby. I don't need nobody to pay me. I go get my money. And I'm going to send files to everybody I know to make sure that they know what I'm doing too. I done sent them to everybody. So if you want to lie, you better think again. Gonna sit up there and play games. I can't believe it. I'm talking about in Compton when I got there. Y'all see it on my Instagram. They were so desperate for music. And I'm not talking about Dre. I'm not talking about Snoop. I'm not talking about Tupac. I'm not talking about Biggie. They was so, all them dudes was so, they was walking around doing nothing. They weren't doing anything in Compton. Walking around. They wasn't even in the studio recording. When I went to, when I walked up and saw Bone Thugs, I went up there and I went, what's his name? Easy. I went up there to them and I found out that I didn't even go up to him. I just was listening to him. He was going, "Yeah, you want to come in?" I was like, "Okay, I'll come in." But they were in the garage doing their work then. Wasn't nobody there but Bone Thugs, the person that was on the keyboard, and Easy E. And then what's his name? DMX, he came in. Is that DMX? I think it's DMX. Yeah, DMX came in. He had his stuff together. But what they was doing was they was trying to run over us, all the people that was in Compton. They was trying to run over all the people that was in Compton. I lived in Inglewood at the time. No. They had people that were running over everybody in Compton. And they had their own grandmamas running around doing negativity, they sisters, trying to make it seem like they gonna outlive everybody in the world. Woman, go sit down, please. Um, trying to steal from all the artists. So if y'all thinking what y'all thinking, you know, I don't know. I looked at it now and I looked at it clearer, and honey, I mean, I'm 60, I'll be 62 this year, and they ain't never gave me a dime. And they could have put my iridescent red skin self on anything and made some money. I don't didn't need Cassie, didn't need nobody else to be in my to be on no record for me. They could have took my picture, put my money out there, and let it go. No, they didn't want to do that, and I wasn't gonna stress with them to do it either. Yeah, they turned around and tried to rob everybody out there. That's all that was about, and won't even answer a lawsuit like they above the law. So hopefully all of them will see this, so they'll realize that people are not nobody to play with. And I'm not gonna be sitting out there trying to screw to hang around you to get some money. I'm not that one. I don't need to hang around you to get my money. That's not in my cards. You know, I don't need no money from nobody that bad. I'll take out a loan if that's the problem. But I wanted to tell you guys that thank you for subscribing. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Yeah, I am yapping because you should have seen what I had to go through. You ain't never did a lawsuit. You ain't never did a lawsuit. Because a lawsuit, I did 4. I did 4 lawsuits. 4 lawsuits by myself. And they didn't want me to be in here. They didn't want me to do them. They had people stalking me, walking around, you know, helicopters coming and I don't know, maybe there was private helicopters coming around and circling around and stuff. They did not want me to do this. They was that serious about my royalties, so obviously they made a lot of money. And they've been stealing them. You know, I worry about what my children gonna see. And I made sure that I had something to fall back on. So they ain't doing too good. They ain't doing too good if they gotta steal. Nikki G. I wanted to tell you guys that. All right. I couldn't believe they did me like that. I'm like, what? They ain't got nothing but, they didn't have nothing but about 3 songs. They turn around and they got 4 and 5, 6 songs of mine under their name on Google. Then they got warning some white man that died in 2018 or 15 or some 2012. He owns my song Warning. I'm like, what? Yeah. Oh, they doing all kind of stuff, y'all. They crooked. No, we gonna get that straight though. We gonna get it straight. And it ain't gonna be no year or 2. Because I done did everything they were supposed to respond by May 1st, and they haven't did it. So the only thing I got left to do is just file an entry of default on them. And you, of course, when you do a lawsuit, you have to fill out an AO-120 form and state every song that's on your file. That's supposed to be in your file. Plus, I had a song file through the Harry Fox agency at first. So I signed that. I filled that out. They got a looked and was like, "Oh, what's this? Oh, I gotta fill this out." Filled that form out, sent that in for my royalties, because I'm supposed to be making 25 to 50% of some of these songs, of all the songs, because I did the music and I did the audio and the visual. And then they want to put a woman name on it, and they little old grandmama on name on my music. You know, stuff like that is weird. That stuff is weird. All right, y'all. That's all I wanted to tell you guys. They're trying to give me a doggone, trying to stop me from breathing. Honey, I'm just starting breathing. When I realized that these people were actually after me. I'm talking about that lawsuit with Cassie came out of nowhere, and I had just sent them the pleading letter. And no, I had sent them the pleading letter, and it had not came back yet. I'm just walking around all calm, like, okay, he'll get it. Okay, that'll be fine. He'll get it. I sent that letter. It came back 3 months later, like undeliverable, stamped undeliverable. I'm like, what? 3 weeks? I'm like, okay, maybe it took time for them to, get the letter and all that stuff. And then they find out the person has moved the company. Okay, and then they decided, well, we're going to send it to this company. Okay, that company wouldn't take it either. Okay, then it's gone. So basically, they had no company that would take in any mail of Sean Combs that was delivered there. So how Cassie find them? How Cassie find them then? She supposed to sue in New York. How she find them? Because she ain't never lost track of them. That's why. You telling me it took all of that to find out and still not be able to find him? Send $14 each letters out to them on just for me to know that they got the letter. And you telling me that they couldn't be found? But you married with 2 children and you could go find them. Come on now. You either stalking or you in on it with them. That's all I'm saying, y'all. You either stalking or you in on it. You in on it with them. For somebody to be that easily available to you, and you going off married somewhere. Come on now. Do that make any sense? 4 lawsuits and I can't find them nowhere. I'm not gonna sit up and be Googling people all day long, every day, trying to figure out where these fools at. When I first looked on Universal's music group site, I didn't see no Sean Carter, no Sean Combs, no Bad Boys, no nothing. I didn't see them. All I seen was Robin Fenty on there. And I already knew she wasn't getting all my royalties. They put it under her name, but she ain't getting it. Because the company already told me she only getting a certain amount of percentage. Then they turn around and act like, and then they turn around after now I already Googled Universal Music Group and didn't see none of their names on it. Look up, find my song Umbrella is on Sony Music. I'm like, what is my song Umbrella doing? Oh, okay, let me type that in and let them know. You got my song over there. I've never been to Sony Music Group. Okay, look up Sean Carter, Jay-Z is back at Universal Music Group. His picture on the site. I'm like, what is he doing there? He's an artist for Universal? How is he an artist for Universal now? He got my song over at Sony, but he an artist at Universal. Yeah, because they stealing. They walking in there, somebody letting them in there, some of the people that were working in there under all these different companies in there, and they were doing that stuff. They were doing that for these dudes and taking a percentage. Ain't there one of them in there wrote a doggone song. They got in Universal for them to steal. They brought them people from New York. They brought them from God knows where, from the islands, to get I'm a bit tongue, to get jobs in Universal Music Group, and especially trying to bring me down. Baby, everybody know I'm a bad bee. Everybody know, even in the neighborhood. Everybody know I was a bad bee. And they truly do not want to pay. Yeah, they real hate. They hating. They hating on a homegirl. They hating on the homegirl. They turn around and get these old dizzy women, and then they wanna fix them up and shoot them all in their face with Botox and stuff. Instead of getting a real McCoy. Give them all kind of drugs. And they ain't did no bit of work. Their bodies are run down. All of them. And I'm wondering to this day, who would want them? Who would want them? Ain't nothing but a criminal would want them. Because they ain't good for nothing else. They ain't good for nothing else. They ain't never wrote a song. They ain't never made $1 writing a song. They didn't even put a couple of these girls on Be Better Have My Money on the video of them dragging some woman. They put that on there. I don't know if that was a real execution or not. It might have been. No, who would want them? I wouldn't be running around nothing like that. Everything they got is plastic on their body. Half the faces is plastic. You gotta run around after a man like that. I should have took my daddy up there and got one of y'all. If it was that, hi there from Holland, I should have took my daddy up there and smooth talk one of y'all. If that's all y'all needed. The heck want something like that? And then they sit around here in this building and watch me. They know I'm finna get paid, but why watch me? Because you ain't getting none. You ain't getting paid. I'm going to make sure I got somebody watching my back always. And they all trying to come in on my apartment all at once. 4 old ladies, 3 gang members, and then they turn around and from the office and move them here. And I got cousins that own the buildings. So if you'll come up on me, then you'll definitely try to come up on them. And trust me, they have. I am serious. Who would want them? Who would want them? Do y'all see those people that they putting out there to make you guys want to see them? I'm here, I'm there, I'm here, I'm there. Come on now. Come on now. All that puffed up plastic surgery, all them old what do you call them things in the teeth? The plates that they get in there to make everybody smile, to make you smile. Come on now. Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys recap on it. But I wanted to let you guys know that I had sued these people. And I did 4 lawsuits by myself in my own apartment. And I'm telling you, I could feel them moving around like, oh, shoot, she can, because I had waited. What I did was I sent out a pleading letter. Oh, you know what? To Sean Combs in New York. It took me about 3 weeks. I'm like, okay, he didn't got the letter. He already told me he was going to give me my royalties. Told me in front of everybody he was going to, him and Harpier was going to give me my royalties, okay? I said, okay, they probably dealing with whatever they have to deal with. Turn around, 3 weeks pass. I get the mail that I paid $14 for each one to make sure that they received it. I get it back and it's undeliverable, and it still has the green tag on it. Oh, it's undeliverable. Nobody accepted. I'm like, what? I'm like, that's weird. I'm like, they told me, why it take 3 weeks? The post office was trying to find their other address. Come to find out they didn't have no address out there. Okay, fine. I'm like, that's kind of strange. All while I'm waiting on the letter, then boom, all of a sudden out of the clear blue, that doggone Cassie, oh, that's what they call her, she files a lawsuit. November 2023. I'm waiting on my pleading letter to come back, and she files a lawsuit like I wasn't never existed. Like they ain't heard nothing about me ever. And I know good and well that I'm not I don't need, all they had to do is take my name and put my name. They all know my name. Take my name, and they done been to my house where I lay my head. So I know all of them know me. And then they're going to turn around and not put my name on nothing. They didn't put my name on nothing. They didn't put my picture on nothing. The only person put my picture on something was Eazy-E. He put me on Rugged Sluggish Bone on For the Love of Money. He the only one. They had some respect. They go get somebody like these little old women that ain't getting nothing from them, that'll trick and turn a trick. Yeah, if I never did anything, I'd probably be out there tricking and turning a trick for too, just to set somebody up. And that must have been me that they were trying to set up. Because they had private helicopters. They had like helicopters circling around here. All after I just sent in a pleading letter to their, to the, to New York. All this, I'm thinking everything is cool. I knew these people had some kind of dealings with them, but they ain't nothing. They ain't no recording artists or nothing like that. So I wasn't even I had my hand up in they face like, whatever. But, but, they were taking it personally around here. Like, that's like, it was their money. I'm like, no, my money is not your money, baby. My money is not theirs. You can believe that. Nothing I did is yours. You ain't got 10%, you ain't got 1%, you ain't got 50%. Cause I did it. And you ain't got that many, not even a handful of songs. So why not put me on it? Because you wanted all my money. You ain't wrote no Umbrella. Ain't nobody at Sony wrote no Umbrella. I wrote Umbrella. I wrote B Better Have My Money and recorded all of them and on the video of them. And they took me off of that. I left Compton in 1984. That's right after Eazy died. I left Compton because I went over there and ended up going by his house after his funeral. And I leave Compton, I go home like, something ain't right. Something just don't feel right. Why I decide I'm going to go up to Universal Music Group and Geffen Records. They right next door to each other in Santa Monica. I'm like, why? I'm going to go up there and see what's going on with my account. Because I already knew since the 70s that I had a portal, a Universal Music Group portal, but we wasn't allowed to in it at first. We wasn't allowed to go on our own portal. The only people that could go on our portal was the people that worked there. So I was like, let me go up there. This was 1984. Take my father's Cadillac, go up there to Universal Music Group. And Jay-Z in the producer, in the CEO's chair at the computer. I'm like, didn't I just see him in Compton like 2 months ago? So I was like, well, it's kind of weird. Then all of a sudden this wild thing happened. This check that I've known of that was across the street that broke in our house when I was laying down in the house while I was recording in Carson. And I knew her because she lived across the street from my elementary school and she never went to school. She's running through the Universal Music Group, Jay-Z, telling security to leave her alone. Her brother's police who just got caught. His name is Peter McGuire, of Chino Hills. He just got caught. He gonna do life, I guess. I don't know how long he gonna do, but he not getting out no time soon. Come to find out, he was torturing people. Now these are the kind of people that they know that they was able to get in and was scared of. I wasn't scared of her. Because all they had to do was do something to her and I'd have snatched her. So I wasn't scared of her, but I'm looking like, if he's in with them and he at the CEO's desk, then what's she doing here with him? He ain't on it with her. Because he knew he could have said, Rhonda, take care of her. And I would have been and snatched her. So, and dragged her out of there. That's all I'm saying. Because she know I know her, and she know don't come up to me. I don't care who her brother is. My brother is a police. Yeah, your brother was a fake police. He ain't never been no police. So she get to walk in the Universal Music Group because she got punched in her face. Messing with me. And I'm talking about my own money. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, you guys make sure you subscribe. Who is that? Heba Filali. Filali from Caracas. Oh, okay. Yeah, they actually didn't oh, hi grandmother from Holland. Oh, okay, your grandmother's from Holland. My grandmother's from Russia and Poland, in that area. I found out that that's the same thing. Russia and Poland is like the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, don't nobody want them, honey. You can have them. I'm talking about my money. I don't need nothing from them. Nothing. I earned every dime I got coming. Trust that. Okay, you guys. I wanted to go on and end this live. Thank you guys. Go on and replay and don't forget to subscribe. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.